Chat, it's like hipster cat oven that gets to play this really sweet 7-drop. So improvise lets us diddle a bunch of our artifacts to cast this card ahead of curve. We have a bunch of cheap artifacts that we want to sacrifice to Oni-Cult Anvil anyways. We frequently get to cast this powerful bomb on turns 4 and 5, which is sweet. We get to grind people out with chip shots or Meathook Massacres and anvils and other damages. So let's go ahead and pop on into a few matches with this and see if this deck continues to feel reasonable in Explorer. One thing that I really like about this deck we played in the past, this definitely feels like the best Fatal Push deck in Explorer. Our deck has so many things that we incidentally get to sacrifice to trigger Revolt. It feels really good. Fatal Push. Fatal Push is a card that's relatively difficult to enable in Explorer, and this deck does a great job at doing it. It's not proactive, but if they're not on control, we've got some good interactive bits. I always feel super rewarded for keeping a medium 7 when my opponent Thoughtseizes me on 1. Because, like, your hand doesn't get better against Thoughtseize by mulliganing. You just gotta hope for good top decks. Yeah, RTR Standard was the last standard format before Fire Design took over, so it's not a mistake that that was the last really good standard format. Yeah, but they haven't really figured out how to make standard reasonable with Fire Design. Power levels are just too high and they don't manage their format well enough. Speaking of enabling Fatal Push, we're playing against Esperant, it looks like here. It's definitely one where we'll be happy to have our revolting play. Oh, RTR. Yeah, I meant GRN/RNA. You're talking about RTR Innistrad. That's a long time ago. My brain is bad. I am not going to play the Synthesizer out here yet because I want to hold up Fatal Push here. And I want to be able to play whatever we draw with this to start. And kill this Seer here. Get conniving. Relatively tempo even trade there. Start with Synthesizer. Lantern of the Laws gives us a mean deckable graveyard heat here, which is nice. Oh, I guess guess we have to tap out here, huh? We'll take their creature out so they can't stay away at. They have a discard outlet on the board though, so we can definitely just like get hit by a thing this turn. But if we don't get hit by a thing this turn, we're in a very incredible spot. Them leading on Fatal Push makes me think they don't have it, which is good for the home team. Just sack the blood. Wow, no land in 4 draws is such an incredibly bad beat. I guess we just pass. Because we need to hold up the Lantern of the Lost so they don't get us if they draw the Greasefang combo this turn, but we'll definitely stop and enter combat and Fatal Push. We have to Fatal Push now. Oh yeah, that's true. We had a draw step and a synthesizer in there too. I was just counting the 2 deadly disputes, but you're right. We actually looked at 6 cards and bricked the land. Just how it be sometimes. They've just drawn as many Rafines as we've drawn lands, basically. Oof. All right, deck. One of your finest Meathook Massacres, please. What's it called? Would have been good too. Our big old demon. We had 1 Meathook this game, to be fair. Oh, I guess sacking that blood means I can't kill the Rafine anymore. That's fine. I agreed it anyways, but Sedge. I guess I technically would have lived through this if I would have done this first, huh? We'd have hit this, then I would have had block, and then maybe we die here still, but I messed that up. In my brain, this was killing this, but I forgot that killing that was contingent on having all the blood tokens there. Definitely my bad. Ray of Enfeeblement and Noxious Grasp get to come in here for sure. Hearse is good. Grim Blood Fountains. We're gonna be exiling graveyards anyways. Do I want Meathook? I feel like I'd rather just be spot removing all their individual threats, right? And both Rafine. I know we were like kind of looking for one at the end there, but if we have more spot removal, it'll be less relevant that we find this card in the games, I think. I don't think Go Blink is good enough. I think I want the, like, proactive this that can, like, respond to when they go for it. Go Blink, like, cleans a Perihelion out of the graveyard, but a lot of the times they put Perihelion in the graveyard the turn they bring it back. Surge, another Epicure here. I'd be greedy and keep that hand on the draw, probably. If we got a mulligan on the play. Is it crazy to bottom the Fatal Push here? What's going on, Machina? Welcome back. Bottom the Fatal Push, prioritize keeping all these cards that make artifacts so we can get Herald into play as quickly as possible. Punished. That's cute. Going on, Yogi? Thanks for the tier 2 and thanks for the 14 months. Yeah, I think this archetype's super reasonable. In Pioneer proper, I think we have most of the cards that you get for it there on Arena already. You know, it's funny, I had someone comment on a YouTube video that I had moved my camera and it now covered too much of the graveyard. So I've been paying attention to it on these various board states, and the problem is actually that the graveyard is in a slightly different spot on different game boards. It's not consistently in the same physical location. So sometimes my camera covers a lot of it, like in this instance, and then on some other game boards, the entire thing is visible. It's gonna draw a card here, I think. Get to exile their boat out of their bin. We are so atrocious at hitting land drop. Fuck! Oh my god, I forgot that this card triggers on both sides. It's probably game losing when they discard a spell here. That's a pretty huge mistake. I was lamenting the fact that we missed a land that I had intended to kill this, and we are now dead because of my mistake. Yeah. Ledger Shredder triggers when your opponent plays 2 spells too. It's really good in these older formats. It gets really big really fast. Feeling like one of those days, Chip. Feeling like one of those days. We're gonna hit the second land tier and it's all gonna turn around. Go. Nailed it. Never didn't have it. Hitting the land this turn's pretty reasonable. I think that keeps us in the game. Yeah, like look at this where the graveyard's gonna be on this map compared to the last one. The last one, the graveyard was almost hidden in its entirety under where my webcam is positioned, and in this one it'll be fully visible. It's one of those things you don't really notice until someone points it out. the Oni-Cult. Get this going, try to land. We're more likely to land if we Deadly Dispute, but if we Deadly Dispute, we don't get to get Oni-Cult going sooner, which I think is better. We did it, chat! We did it! We drew the land! Quad block the Trespassers. That way, if they have removal spells to save it, they have to have 2. Or a K command, one of the 2. They might have 2 here. But them spending a bunch of removal spells on our 1/1s that we're going to get to replace here seems like a net win for us. So, this is a fine exchange overall. Assume we lose the Deadly Dispute here. Tenacious D. Bloodtithe Harvester gives me a blood token that can let us turn this land into something later, hopefully. Rook. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just exile graveyards here in response to this. So they don't get to drain me for 1. Keep their life total a little bit lower. One. Play a Psych, play a Bone Crusher Giant here, and then we crush them. They play a Bone Crusher Giant, somebody's getting crushed, and it won't be us. Play both of them. Use the treasure tokens. You know you want. Just moments before the disaster, chat. Moments before. Close your eyes, chat. It's not going to be pretty. So long, friends. Memories. All alone in the moonlight. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Beep. Beep. Now they take 1 whenever my tokens die. It's a beautiful thing, Chip. It's a beautiful thing. Ooh, piece of candy. if they weren't dead before... So K-Command is great for grinding here. I think Hearse is reasonable. In addition to Underdog, they usually have a Kroxa. Lantern's not great. I like trimming a couple Epicures in the grindier matchups. It's kind of an individually weak card. Submit. 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 I guess Blood Fountain's actually not good here. I'll keep an Epicure because they have so much graveyard hate. Our deck has a lot of card selection, and there are a number of matchups in this format where Meathook is not amazing. So I think 3 is pretty correct. Our deck sees a lot of cards per game. We've played this deck like 3 or 4 times on stream now, and 3 is felt pretty right. You about taking my Synthesizer? Taking Synthesizer is fine if they have another Thoughtseize for Herald, but like, you know, they ain't answer this point shit. He's yeah, just taking the card that kills you is usually the correct choice in spots like this. Revving up my car, chat. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And get our artifacts into play so we can Herald ASAP. The opponent's deck often doesn't beat Meathook. They have to, like, get under it very early, or they just get got by it. Alrighty. That's sweet, Portal. Hopefully they get enough pressure to walk back through Idiotic Change. I like Snap. I'd like to make content for it, but I'd feel a little bad supporting it if they don't change anything. And there's probably just not a good future for content for the game, so it's just not going to be very popular with their monetization as is. Hopefully it's just a typical greedy price anchor that they'll then walk back. Yeah, I think there's probably some truth to CJ&J. Even if they don't change the price point at all, there's probably still going to be an audience for it just because Marvel IP. And, like, the gameplay itself is really good. It's fast and punchy, but I think its potential to be like Hearthstone or Magic Big is just like dead before it starts. It's really sad. Like, it's pretty typical for, like, cheap mobile games where the actual gameplay isn't very good to, like, Skinner box you really hard to try and convince people to spend money before they realize the game isn't good. They unveiled... Marvel Snap last night unveiled the last piece of their player economy, which will be the primary way they'll be introducing new cards to the game. And the TLDR is that if you want to have new cards in Marvel Snap when they release, you're going to have to spend upwards of $400 to $500 a month to get 2 to 3 new cards. A month, yeah. It's like $6,000 a year, thereabouts. It is worth noting that you can technically free to play it and have everything. You'll just be 2 months behind. So they release the cards that you have to spend money to get right away into the free to play pool 2 months after the fact, which is a really long delay. I was expecting the new cards to be like 40 or 50 a piece tops. Maybe I should have Oni-Cult Anvil there actually. But the number that they gave was just too high. I'm used to mobile games. That was a lot even for me. No, they'll guaranteed make it into the pool version. Yeah, and exactly that. If the new card is meta defining, it's just like unacceptable from a card game perspective. Am I still going to play it? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna wait and see what they do. Usually companies walk back decisions like these relatively quickly, so we'll see if that's the case here or not. So, do I Synthesizer and Anvil Fatal Push this? Or do I just get Herald of Anguish down and start chomping away at their hand? There's kind of some upside to just heralding them this turn, right? And then I can kill this next turn. Hopefully, I don't think it's likely that they can sacrifice 5 things. I think it's unlikely they punish me for this line. We'll see though. Could be famous last words. So they're just completely torched here, right? I sack this, I fatal push the other, I sack the new token to kill this, we attack them for 5, they discard another card, just completely gutted and thoroughly asserting our dominance as a superior red-black sack deck. Anybody have a towel for the opponent, chat? Because they're getting rinsed off here. Thanks for the 68 months, by the way, Marty. Or you could buy half a Magic deck every month. Dude. Paper Magic. Can't say I miss you. Claim the firstborn. Listen, champ, my firstborn's a big boy. Get it? You may not claim him. I don't have a ton of ways to kill their Mayhem Devil. We have 5 in the main deck, though. This is probably fine. I think we'd trim a couple of Lanterns and we're getting a couple of K commands. Yeah, their deck has a hard time dealing with Herald. I think we have a pretty reasonable matchup here, I agree. Good on building our artifacts up. Lucky witness till the end of their next turn, right? Those are 2 pretty good spells. Let's stickily cast either. Let's claim the first board from Eldraine. Of course, claim the first board is from Eldraine. Stupid question is that? Of course it's from Eldraine. You knew the answer to that. Now, unfortunately here, when they sacked the devil to this, they're gonna get to kill the Bloodtithe Harvester, but is what it is. Gotta get rid of this. Yeah, it was funny. I was talking about the Snap stuff with Christy, and she goes, well, you need to be really certain if they keep with that price point that it's going to be actually do content stuff if you're going to play it, because that's a big price point even for someone like me, chat. I spend a lot on games consistently, and like to give you context, I played Raid Shadow Legends for like 1.5 years, and I spent less than that keeping up with Raid Shadow Legends. I played a ton of Raid Shadow Legends. Like, the poster child of you put money into the machine gotcha games. Actually a very reasonable game under the skin. That's true. The video is doing well. I can't decide if I'm supposed to sack this to draw a card or not. I think the answer is no, because if I draw an untapped land, I get to stick Herald starting next turn. It looks like I'm actually going to have to end early again today, because Christy has a migraine and the kids have a class again. We're going to play this match and maybe one more with this deck, depending on how long this match goes. This match could be another half hour. We're dead here at this point. Take a game on the play here. For the sake of time, too. Maybe not 100% dead there, but dead enough. Dead enough. Wait, folks, especially the regulars in chat that support the stuff. I am looking for both Explorer and Historic deck suggestions. Obviously, no guarantees that I'll play anything you send me unless it's a donation deck, but I am just taking things from viewers in general. So if you have a deck that you like in either of those formats, slide into my DMs and I'll give it some consideration. Yeah, hopefully the what's it called update this week gives us anthology info. Would be nice. Feather felt okay last time we played in this format. I can see that being fine again. Yeah, mutate turns on the list of things I want to get back to. I almost did that today. Howdy, Demir Spy. Hope your recovery is quick. I think my goal is to like play one new deck that we haven't played recently in either Explorer or Historic each day, and then revisit one thing each day past that. So like we did the blue-black Shadow deck in Historic this morning, and now we're playing red-black that we've played before in Explorer. We gotta rotate back and forth. Draw is really not cooperating here, which could potentially just be a blessing in disguise here. We should just bounce here against the red-black deck. I think we'll take one more draw step. Find a way to kill the trigger revolt and kill the devil. We could be okay. Slide. There's a new set preview stream tomorrow. For what set? It's not for Dominaria, right? Really? Isn't that September? Like the end of September? That's like 2 months out, right? Going on, Wadakiss. Thanks for the almost 4 years. It's September 8th. Really? I didn't realize it was that early in September. I thought it was mid to late September. Okay. Yeah, that's not that early then. If it's that's less than 2 months out. That's great. Chat standard rotates. Standard rotates with that set. Sign me up. If they want to tell me you want to move that set up to like August, I'm all for that. Yeah, 2 months is just usually early for even the sneak peek chase, Harlequin. I didn't realize it was less than 2 months out. I thought we were looking at end of September. It is a big yikes, Steve. For sure. Second Anvil, speaking of things that are not a yikes, I think we do this. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this. Well, the Cat Oven deck actually isn't super popular in this format, but this black-red mid-range deck is very popular. You should expect to play against, I don't know, 1 in 4, 1 in 5 matches. It's like red-black fair stuff. I think this deck is actually a good choice into that. Not a reasonable interaction here. Herald of Anguish in particular, stat line lines up very well into them. Like Chandra deals 4 damage, it doesn't get fatal pushed, etc. Am I sacking the blood token or am I sacking the 1/1? If I sack the blood token, I have 3 1/1s that can then threaten to triple block the Graveyard Trespasser, which I think I like. So that way if they kill Bloodtithe Harvester, they don't have a free attack. So I was gonna say, it feels like a meaty turn next turn, but that cuts that off at the pass. Pioneer, the Rakdos mid-range deck gets to play Dreadbore. Yeah, that would make this matchup better for them for sure. Although Dreadbore is at least a sorcery speed, so you get to, this only sacrifices artifacts for you. Split one of these into 2, basically. Trade them for 1. Unfortunately, don't have a spell here, so I have to let the Graveyard Glutton flip over. Hey, what's going on, King? Thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Yeah, we're gonna end on some Pokemon Unite Live tomorrow after we do card games. Play some Glaceon. Tyranitar's really far out though. Tyranitar, speaking of things that are a month out, Tyranitar's like not till August 15th. It's forever away. Sometimes it do be like that shit. Oh, and we get Buzzwole in the meantime too, right? There's a little Insect Dorko at the start of August too. This is a free attack, but we have a free-ish block. They might copy something else here and then like attack with 4 things. Did they have something come up? Are they conceding the match? Chad, I'm very confused. Goldspan Dragon is on track to Goldspan Dragon is on track to make it to rotation. Will be a big one. Oh, Magma Opus leaves too. Yeah. Hinata will naturally be neutered when Opus rotates, a good call. That's hilarious, Sandgrief. Listen, they got my quote tweets in there. They gave me the clickbacks. They haven't given us any information on the historic anthology yet. Whenever our opponent had to go, that was kind of a long sideboarding session. Weird. I guess I just felt like they couldn't beat the 2 anvils. That's so strange. I felt like we were a little behind there. I mean, I'll take it, but it definitely feels like a weird concession. If chat could remind me to PayPal my opponent after the match is done, I'd appreciate it. Unrelated reasons. I owe them money for something else. I guess I'm actually lacking another artifact here. Huh? I don't really want to sack an anvil to an anvil here, so I think we just pass. What, like anything that we can sack to Deadly Dispute here would be a huge draw. Hey, Bazzipples, thanks for over 2 years. Welcome back. Appreciate it. That is a sick draw. What's going on, J-Rock? Coming in hot for almost 3.5 years and for the 40 months. This is definitely a tapped land pass situation, right? Maybe I should have fatal pushed this. Although I guess this is flipping and then we'll just Meathook clean the board. I don't think you really want to think of rotation as nerfing decks so much as you want to think of it as it's just a new format, right? Like there's new puzzles to solve. Yeah, as someone who makes a good chunk of their monthly income from Prime subs, God bless you, it is slightly concerning how consistently extra difficult Twitch has been making using your Prime sub. It makes me wonder if the life of that feature is numbered in terms of how long it's going to be around. Just get him hook, line, and sink him here. Get these. Stack the implement. Draw a card. Make some 1/1s. I think I want to sack the treasure. It's an extra artifact for me. Getting this into play ahead of curve doesn't seem very valuable. I don't know, that's pure speculation. Yeah, but Twitch hasn't said anything about intending to get rid of Prime, but... Chat, I live in 2022. My brain automatically jumps to every worst case scenario. It's just how it be. Oh, I meant to shock that. I should have sacked this first, actually. Ooh, a piece of candy. Alright, wait. If I sack like this... Oh, I can only play this till end of turn. That's fine, though. That's fine. We'll just let that go away. And then you discard a card, too. Nice. Sweet. Yeah, if they attack, we just take that. Our life total is high. So, again, apologies for running out early for the second day in a row. I'm going to try and run long later this week, tomorrow and Friday, to make up for some of the hours that I'm missing. But Christy has a migraine this morning. I'm taking the kids to their class again this afternoon. So, I appreciate everybody's understanding with that. If you didn't see my stuff about Marvel Snap, there's a couple of videos up on the Snap YouTube channel about some of their more boneheaded decisions. You should definitely send them feedback if you've been enjoying that game. I'll be live again tomorrow morning with some Magic to kick things off. I'm going to try and fit 3 decks in tomorrow. We'll do 3 Magic decks, and then we'll do some Pokemon Unite at the end of the stream, because Pokemon Unite's new season releases later tonight, which is exciting. Glaceon's getting added, so we'll play 3 Magic decks. We'll play some Pokemon Unite. It'll be a fun rest of the week. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.